Alright everybody, we're finally heading back down to the property with, if you can see it, tractor in tow. Today's Thursday, May 14th. We're taking the day off tomorrow from work, and we're going to be spending the day hauling gravel to get the road built, finally. So, we're heading to the property now. I'm going to drop the tractor off at the property, and then we're staying at my mom's house again, which is nearby, and then in the morning we'll get up, grab a dump trailer that we're borrowing from, so I got a dump trailer we're borrowing from my brother's friend's dad, if you can follow that. He says it needs to be used, and he doesn't have a problem with us using it, so we'll definitely take advantage of it. So yeah, we'll get the dump trailer in the morning, and I got a couple people coming to help tomorrow. My brother-in-law Mike and his dad. Mike's gonna run the tractor probably, spread this stuff as we bring it back, and his dad's got a little dump truck that he's gonna pick up stone for me too. So yeah, so we'll be doing a lot of trips with, you know, low tonnage, but it's not too far to the gravel pit, and at least it'll be done. We have a bridge. I'll have to show you the bridge at some point on the way up to our property that we have to go under. The sign says it's 10'2". I've stopped and measured, and it's actually 11'1" at its lowest point, but that's still pretty low for a lot of things. So a lot of the tandem axle dump trucks and whatnot, it's just not big enough for them to get through. So we have to figure out other means. But anyway, we'll make it work. But all right, well I'll turn you back on as we're heading up the hill to the property, and I'll show you that bridge. All right, we're coming up to the bridge. Here it is, 10'2". It's 11'1". I did measure for the camper. The camper will fit. Just got a heck of a little hill climb here. Just after the bridge. But should be good. I think I got the horsepower for it. Crawling up the hill with the tractor, okay. 2,000 RPM. I should probably have the tow haul on, but she's doing okay. Anyway, this is the way up the hill, and we're at the top of the hill. Alright, well, we got our first load of stone. I guess we got a road sub-base. I don't know the terminology, but supposedly it's good for a road base, kind of in the name, I guess. See if you can see it out the back window.
Yeah, the glare might be in the way, but...
Well, the guy, I asked to get about 3 ton. He said it ended up being closer to 4. And we got it tow haul, and we're about to go up the hill on the property. So we're gonna see how well this half-ton truck's gonna pull 4 ton up the hill. We'll see. This is the bad spot.
Let's see.
Come on, shit.
Come on.
Crawling.
Yep.
Almost to the top.
Slowly but surely.
We're gaining RPM, so I think we're doing okay. It's only 2,700 RPM right now. 3,000.
3,000. definitely.
Man. So, about 8,000 pounds of stone. I don't know, the trailer's probably 12 to 1,500 pounds. So, I haul 9,500 pounds up this hill. Now granted, this half ton has the 6 liter, a little extra horsepower, but it's working.
What? No, not really if you back straight up, but... Yeah. Nice.
That skidding you just heard with the front tires sliding from the weight trying to pull me down the hill. Talk about an uneasy feeling, not being able to stop. I end up reaching down and turning up the brake controller so the brakes on the trailer come on a little harder. Seemed to help a little bit, but can't run it like that all the time. Otherwise, you're just going to drag the trailer brakes. That's about as far as I dare go in there. Truck's handling it okay. Alright, let's dump the first load.
Okay.
I was able to get in here further than I thought.
Yeah. I saw your tires like grabbing it and I was questioning myself. I'm like, eh.
Well, the tires with the brakes were sliding on the road.
I know that's why I was saying. I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna work.
Yeah, I think 4 ton is a little too much. Alright, I guess we just go up.
I think you're gonna have to pull up a little bit just to...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, look. Yeah, I just gotta pull up some.
Okay.
Shouldn't be a big deal now. I remember to put it in 4-wheel drive.
Okay, you're good.
Is it all out?
Yeah, it's all out. There's just like it's just a little patch of stuff in the left corner, but it's not much.
Well, I'll see if it goes higher and just gets a little bit.
Okay, you're good.
Alright, close up the tailgate a little bit more.
No, Dad, stop. Not gonna make it. Okay, start to turn. Huh? Keep going. Oh. Yeah, it's good then. Oh, thank God. I was like, it's not gonna start. I'm like, we're done. Sorry, I was trying to get you
Fine. I just,
lined up a little bit, but
yeah, you're fine. We're good.
yeah, it's not gonna. You're good.
Now the slow process of spreading it out. It's my brother-in-law Mike. He had a tractor that was running. As you'll notice that mine is not here. It did not run for me once we got down here. Good thing I have help. Alright, well, we're finally getting our last load of gravel. We're at the gravel pit. Well, it's more of a gravel storage place. They have their pit somewhere else and they keep some of it here. But we're rolling up to the scale here real quick. And we got one more friend helping us with a dump truck. Just a little 1-ton guy. Able to get a couple ton on that. And I've been hauling between 3 and 4 ton on this dump trailer. So we're gonna pull up here, wait for him to get loaded up, wait for the guy to get up here, weigh us, and then we're gonna cash out for the day. And it's been a little tough to take video of every load being dumped, which is kind of boring after a while anyway, but Mike's making progress with the tractor, and we're all the way down to just about to where he turned into camp off the main little old logging road. So, but you'll see in a minute. We'll get shots of that too. All right, so we finally got all the gravel in, at least everything we were going to haul for the day. We were threatened with a little bit of rain coming pretty soon at this point, so we were trying to get it rolled in, and the guy at the pit told me that if it rains on it without it being tracked in, it'll just wash it out that much easier. So, which makes sense. So we spent some time with just the truck, and it's a little heavier than that tractor, so it does push it in a little better. And as you can see the tire tracks, how much more, how much smoother it looks anyway, and just help the water glide off of it. But so I figured I'd also fill you in on all of our tractor issues. So we got there Thursday night to the property. It was raining. I was going to unload the tractor here and leave it because I had to swap trailers to get the dump trailer to start hauling gravel, and I didn't want to have to do that in the morning because we needed as much time as we could get this day to haul the stone. So we got there, I unstrapped the thing, in the rain, and running fine, drove it on the trailer at home that, a few hours before that, and went to start, and nothing. It would roll and roll and roll, and it just would never fire. And still not 100% sure what the problem is. I have got it running since then. I put some new plugs in it. You could tell it was pretty fouled out, so I don't know if the thing was flooded or whatever, but I have had it running, and really haven't had a chance to use it much since I got it running again. But so you probably noticed up there at the top of the driveway a little garden tractor. Friday morning I brought that here in the dump trailer, and I unloaded it up the road because it's flat up further from where the driveway comes in, and was driving it down the road, and all of a sudden I felt spraying on my leg, and looked down, and the fluid that was in the tire for weight was spraying on my leg, and I didn't get another 10-15 feet before the entire tire was completely flat. And, at that point I just ended up parking that tractor and got it to where it was just to get on with the day. So I had to scramble and call my brother-in-law Mike there. He saw it with the tractor. He was available. He was able to come over with the tractor. She was planning on coming over, but he actually, I asked him to bring the tractor, so he had to find a trailer to bring it over on, and luckily he was able to. And he spent a lot of time on that tractor grading all this stuff out, spreading it out as we brought loads. So a lot of tractor stuff, just fun, I guess you could say. But luckily he bailed me out on that, and we ended up putting 35 ton of stone down on the road, and we do need more. We need more down into the campsite a little bit, but that'll come eventually. So the other thing I wanted to mention about this too, we did end up, as we were backing the trailer all the way down the road, the last times I was right to about where the back of the truck was, dumping out for those last couple loads, so I wouldn't have dared back in there with that trailer, even empty, and feel like I was going to be able to pull out before the stone was in. So even, I didn't get any video of it, but the little dump truck too, the 1-ton guy, was able to back down in there, 2-wheel drive, dump, and pull out without an issue. So that worked out really well. Well, we're in the middle of loading up. I was gonna get a video of the road with all the stone on it kind of rolled in with the truck. It's back there. I don't know if you can see back there, but once the rain lets up, I'll be hopping back out. I still got to strap my brother's little tractor in the back, and I'll have to fill you in more on that too. Alright, well, this is the next day after the day of hauling all the stone. It poured out last night. We got a lot of rain last night. Luckily, I was able to track this in a bit with the truck. We're just gonna walk down it to see if I dare bring the truck in. It's inside edge. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but you can see some water was definitely running here, and I can feel it's a little bit squishy under my feet. You just may have to stay to the other side of the road, and I think it'll be alright. A little bit of a stream running down the top of this, but I think with as much rain as we got, it's not too bad. Really, ultimately, might need a little bit more down in here, but I think this will work to get the camper in next weekend if all goes to plan. Need to cut this back so that water's not running down the rest of the trail. We don't have a shovel in the truck, do we? We got like a little stream running on top of the road. I want to dig this out here so that water goes down there and not around the trail.
Yeah, because it's going down there now.
Yeah, it caused a bunch of water here on the left. It wouldn't have been running down here like this if we didn't have that acting like a little ditch coming this way. Yeah, it rinsed out. Oh, there's fresh deer prints right there.
Okay.
Deer tracks. They were here last night. That's about as far as we got with the gravel, but we're into the campsite, so next week's got like rain early in the week, but it's supposed to be pretty dry after that. So I think with everything drying out a bit, we're just gonna kind of go for it, bring the camper in, and should be able to maneuver okay once we get down in here. It's never that wet down in here anyway, so. Alright, we got Owen diverting some water. This tried to drive on the edge. All the rains from last night so run off the hill, but try and just give it one common little ditch to run in so it's not running all over the edge of the road. Just work around that little stick, or reach down and pull it out with your hand. I gotta watch the camera myself. So once he gets around this, it'll run down that little ditch and all the way down to where it's just a logging road and prevent it from going down our road. It was doing that this morning, but we got it diverted earlier. Now we're just trying to improve it so if it rains good, we have good flow through here. Oh, and I'd say you can dig it down a little bit, all the way down to that point. So then it's got a little bit of a ditch on the edge of the logging road here. Take the water all the way past the campsite. So this will help prevent the runoff from hitting the campsite and dry that area out too. So kind of nice to be here a day after a pretty good rain to understand. It's not a lot of water, but you get a truck tire down in here, even with four-wheel drive, it's you're gonna be rocking it a lot to get it out, assuming you get it out. So anyway, that's what we're doing now. So this is one of the pictures from the next day after hauling the stone. We end up coming over and burning a bunch of brush, which will actually be part of the next video. But you see how wet it was down behind the truck still. This was Mike on the tractor pulling the last bit of stone down closer to the campsite. About where he's at is where you saw the mud there before. And as far as we got with the road, which right there is the campsite, so we made it there. This was, I think, after rolling it all in with the truck the day, you know, that we hauled the actual stone. So, well, I'd say that's enough rambling for this video. Appreciate everybody watching. If you do like seeing this, again, hit like for the videos. It'll help me out, and you can subscribe, and there's also a notification button there you can hit, and you'll get an email every time I get a video uploaded. So we'll let you know. The next day I said we did some burning, and the following weekend we did get the camper put in. So I got some video of that. I haven't looked at all of it, but where we had issues in different places than we thought we would have had issues. So alright, thanks for watching. See ya.